Okay, awesome. Well, welcome you guys to the webinar tonight. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Eric Johnson. I'm actually the creator and founder of Teamzy. And I know that you guys were expecting Jay, our director of customer experience tonight, and she is amazing, and I will do my best to fill in her shoes tonight. But I'm really excited to be with you guys tonight. I know that I've got all kinds of folks on the call tonight, new people to Teamzy and people who are pros. And so I'm gonna bring some value for all of you guys. Here's what we're going to do though. I'm going to take you through the process of setting up Teamzy, show you how to do it, and it kind of explain why we do it the way we do it as we go. Then I'm going to show you, once we get that set up, how we're going to be, first of all, get you so organized you won't even believe it. People are going to be so impressed with how organized you are. Then I'm going to show you guys how to do a power hour in like 25 minutes, which would be awesome. I won't take that long to show you, but that's how long it'll take you to do every day. I'm going to show you how to connect with 20 people a day and start a conversation with them, how to take those conversations and turn them into invites, right? How to take those invites and follow up with them like pros and tell those people to join your team. I'm gonna take you through that whole process and how seamless, elegant, and easy it is to do in Teamzy, okay? And we're gonna do all that tonight. And then at the very end, when I'm done showing you all of that, I will stay on and answer any questions. So if you guys have questions, this is the time to ask me. You can ask me anything, okay? There's a button right here on the bottom of the view, somewhere right about there, that says Q&A, and that's where you can load your questions, and I'll go through those at the end. All right, so let's jump right in. We're gonna go right into the nitty-gritty here. I'm gonna jump right into my Teamzy. Hold on one second, let me just get this ready for you. Where are you? Here we go, bam. Great, all right, so you guys are looking at my Teamzy account right now, which is awesome. One thing I want you guys to know, I'm guessing that you guys are all using Teamzy, or you're on a free trial, 30-day free trial. We always give a free 30-day trial. We really do believe everyone should try it for free. We know you're gonna like it. Here's the thing though I want you guys to know is make sure that you're getting your team on the free trial too. Okay, spread the word. Summit's coming up. We'll be at Summit, by the way, for those of you guys who'll be there. We'll be there. You can come see us and talk to us in person. But get everybody on the free trial. It's free. We don't ask for a credit card or anything weird like that. Now, when you first come into your free trial, you are going to be inside of what's called a setup wizard. And that's just designed to make setting this thing up super easy. If you guys have ever used any other CRM, Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics or anything else that's out there, like for the professional career outside of direct selling, you know that they're bare to set up. We've made Teamzy super easy. So the setup wizard, if you've released it already, you can relaunch that by just clicking right here and going setup wizard. All right, so I'm gonna take you through this really quick. You may have already done this, but it may be helpful for you to go through this with me. You may have missed something, but also, again, keep in mind, everything that you're doing for yourself, you wanna be able to duplicate for your team, right? We wanna be able to teach people to do it so that we can grow your team, grow your business, and grow your life. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do inside the setup wizard. 3 things. We're gonna set an income goal. We're gonna create a powerful why, and we're gonna get your contacts into Teamzy, all your lists in one place so you can be super mega organized. Ready? Let's do it. So set an income goal. Now here's what I want you guys to do. Just put a number in here, okay? And you don't need to spend a day trying to figure out what your number is. Just kind of go from your heart, you know, and then add 20% because I want you to stretch a little bit. Now you can see I put 150,000 in mine. Okay, so what's your number? What's your number? This is the income level you'd like to be at in your business 12 months from now. Okay, so like where you will be, what your annual income would look like 12 months from now. Okay, just real quick, for those of you guys who are already beyond 6 figures in your Beachbody business, great, good for you. You guys are amazing. I want you to look at like your elite points. Like what would your elite point activities yield for you in new business and new income this year? And that's the number you put in. Okay, great. So now what Teamzy has done is in the background, it's calculated out what it's gonna take for us to get in the ballpark of $150,000 in income. And it's telling me that I need to complete 4,348 connects. Connecting with people, just saying, hey, starting 4,348 conversations over the next year, okay? And those are not invites. I'm gonna explain the difference as we go. A connect has one goal, and that's to make somebody's day. It's just to make somebody's day. It's a make someone's day mindset that we get in when we do connects, okay? The connects are gonna create conversations, they're gonna deepen relationships, they're gonna invest in relationships, and they're gonna generate our invites more organically. Make sense? Okay. So 4,348. Now, I mean, I wish I could see your hands, but how many of you guys typically reach out to 4,000 plus people a year? I wonder. Seems like a lot, right? But it's a pretty big size goal. But if you need to eat an elephant, how do you do it? You guys know this one? It's one bite at a time, right? You eat an elephant one bite at a time. It's an analogy. Don't get upset with me over that one. Okay. So how do we do this one bite at a time? The next screen breaks it down for us. First of all, for a Beachbody coach, there's only 3 people in the world: prospects, customers, and coaches. Prospects, customers, and coaches, right? Or customers and coaches of another coach. All right, prospects, customers, and coaches. And then we break that down yearly, monthly, weekly, daily. Okay? So if you guys look at that big number, 4,348, Teamzy is now giving me a recommendation, which is to connect with 9 prospects every day, 6 customers every day, and 4 coaches on my team every day. Excuse me. I just got my voice back, so I may go in and out tonight. We'll just call that my rock and roll voice tonight. So that's 19 people a day. 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 coaches. 19 people a day to get to 150,000. Not bad, right? It kind of sounds like, wow, if I worked out 25 minutes a day, I could be in great shape, right? It works that way, you guys. It's the compound effect. Okay, so now this is just a suggestion. You can change these numbers if you want. Like if you want to do more than that, I'm going to make this a 10 because I want it to be an even 20. It's just that I'm just aiming like that. And some of you guys are aiming like that too. Yep. Okay, so I made that a 10, so this is an even 20. So because I like to say, you can connect with at least 20 people a day. So I'll show you that. Okay, now we've also got here invite and ads goals. Okay, so these are defaulted to 3, which we all kind of accept as our minimum requirement, right? I'm going to invite 3 people a day, and I'm going to add 3 people to my list. So what I'm going to show you guys is, instead of just cold inviting 3 people every day, we're going to start 20 conversations. We're going to have conversations. We're going to make people's day. We're going to invest in relationships. And out of those conversations, every day, we're going to create at least 3 opportunities to invite somebody. Cool, right? Now, this is the relationship marketing approach. It's a little bit different than maybe what you've been taught. But here's what I will tell you. With the relationship marketing approach, you don't have no's, you don't have dead bodies left behind you. Like, I've gone through my warm market, now what? It's impossible with this approach. Because every time you go through your warm market, it gets warmer. Okay? Because we're going to be talking to people. We're going to be making their day. We're going to be looking for wants and needs. And we're going to be creating demand and inviting those people. Okay. So I've got 10, 6, 4, 3, and 3. Whatever you decide to keep on here, you can change it. And then when I click continue, it will now configure my dashboard in Teamzy to these goals, which is pretty cool. And you can come back and change these too. All right, let me just click continue. So that's done. Next step, finding your why. Finding your why. I've got these great little spots. Look at this. Where are these? The sun is coming. I'm in San Diego. The sun is coming down. I face due west, the ocean. We're kind of on a mountain about 12 miles from the beach. You can kind of see the sun going. Oh, it's beautiful. Maybe someday I'll figure out how to turn this camera around right at the end of the webinar so you can see that little orange ball drop. Okay, finding your why. Finding your why. Let's talk about this for a minute. And it's kind of funny because a lot of people say, Eric, why do you have the finding your why thing in Teamzy? I mean, it doesn't really have anything to do with connecting with people proactively, doing your power hour. The software doesn't really need this to run. Why is it in there? And any of you guys who have ever seen me present or had me train your team know how passionate I am about this part of Teamzy. It's in here for one reason. We didn't just build Teamzy to throw a CRM at Beachbody. We built this to help you guys be successful, to help you guys make a major impact in your community. And we know this. If you don't know why you're doing this, you will quit. It's so huge, you guys. It's so huge. Did you know that 1 out of 2 Beachbody coaches quits in the first 12 months? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's 50% in the first 12 months. The turnover over a year is even more than that. It's a churn. And I know that some of you guys who have been in this business for a while feel that. And why is it, do you suppose, people quit? I mean, is it because the opportunity is not awesome? No, it's not. We know it's not that. And I'll tell you why, guys. People quit for the same reason people quit anything. If you don't have a reason not to, you're going to quit. See, we like to think that we have this thing called willpower. Really, all we have is why power. You need a reason. You need a reason. what's his name? Our favorite guy here. The compound effect. Darren Hardy. Darren Hardy in the compound effect does this great analogy where he talks about walking a beam, a little narrow beam across the ground for 20 bucks. You would do it no problem. But would you do it if it was over 2 skyscrapers? Would you walk across that beam for 20 bucks if it was extended over 2 skyscrapers? No way, right? The why is not important enough to risk that. But would you walk across that beam if your child was in danger on the other side? Absolutely. And it's all about why. What is your reason? Now, here's the thing. I know you guys have probably heard other trainers or even your upline talking about your why. And maybe you know, like, I need to know this, but I don't really know how to do it. I want you to know it's not that complicated. Okay, I'm going to take you through an exercise. We built it right into the Teamzy setup wizard that helps you get your head around this. Really easily. And it's something you can duplicate with your team. You can go through with your team with this and help them start thinking about their why. It will give them a much better chance of succeeding. Because do you guys agree that there's going to be challenges? There's going to be dry spells. There's going to be things that happen in our life that set us back. Yeah, and what's the first thing to go? This business is the first thing people throw away unless they understand why they're in the game. Unless they understand why success is more important than anything else. Why the success in this business will give them everything that they want in life. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's go through this really quick. Sorry. I get into these passion tangents. I can't help it. So we're going to jump back into Teamzy. So basically it's a journaling exercise. We're just going to go through this, guys, real quick. And you're going to answer these questions. And it's just going to get your mind thinking. I'm going to take you through my personal story. And then you're going to do it yourself. Obviously, it'll be a little bit different, but it's just as an example. Okay. Many of you guys know that I was a Beachbody coach. That's why we have Teamzy, because I was so excited about this opportunity and there was nothing for us. I'm not a Beachbody coach anymore. Not because I don't love you guys, but because compliance just wouldn't let me do both. So here we go. But I'm going to tell you my story. So why did I become a coach? I became a coach because I bought P90X, guys, don't get mad at me for this. I bought P90X at Costco. Yeah, I don't know. They must have had a pallet of them or something. I had seen it on TV. I bought it at Costco and I bought those DVDs and I put them in and I tried it and I couldn't even walk, and I think that they went back in the garage maybe for 2 or 3 years and they came out every once in a while. I never did them. And then finally, I was so fed up with how I felt that I determined I would do P90X. So I did it. I did it 90 straight days. I didn't miss. And guess what happened? I lost 60 pounds. Crazy, right? That's the way it works. I had it to lose. So why did I become a coach? Every single human being I knew, and I was well networked, was asking me, what happened? You look great. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? And all day long, I was saying P90X. I mean, I bet it was 4 times a day that I was telling people about P90X. I didn't realize at the time there was an opportunity to be a coach. My wife did. She found out about it and said, you need to do this because you're like referring people left and right. So I became a coach for that reason. I used the products, got great results. Other people asked me about them. And I'm sure that some of you guys stumbled in coaching the same way. So the next question, what do you hope to accomplish? What do you hope to accomplish? When I first signed up, I thought I could make some extra money. Anybody sign up for that reason? Like, extra money sounds good. And I remember asking my sponsor, who's a good friend of mine, I said, do you think I could make $500 a month extra money doing this? He said, yeah, I totally do. I totally think you do. You can. That's awesome. So cool. So cool. And by the way, incidentally, I made $600 that first month. So I was like, oh, this is great. So that's why I signed up. I wanted to make $500 extra money. Third question, why is that important to you? Why is that important to you? And some of you guys may have heard me tell this story, but the $500 a month wasn't just an arbitrary number. You see, in my budget, and my wife and I've made every financial mistake in the world that you could possibly make. And so I've learned good habits in order to make up for them over time. And one of the things that my wife and I do is every single month on the 1st and the 15th of the month, we have a transfer that automatically goes from our checking to our savings account. Anybody do that? And so it equaled, those 2 transfers added up, equaled $500 a month. Now, what happened was my business, I've been in the coaching and consulting business for the past 15 years, helping people build their business. teaching relationship marketing, just like I'm talking to you guys about it tonight. And I primarily worked with real estate people. That's who I worked with. That was my audience. Those were my customers. You guys remember what happened when the big recession hit at the end of 2008? Yeah, how many of you guys are aware of what happened to the real estate industry? Yeah, it was gutted. It was gutted. And it was a tough time for us. And you know what? It was really tough. I mean, just about everybody I knew, that my coworkers and stuff, they were losing their homes. And I know that a lot of you guys went through that. And I have to be grateful, because by God's good grace, we made it through that recession intact. But we stopped saving. We stopped saving. In fact, it was almost 7 years that we didn't put a penny in our savings account. And every month when those transfers would happen, I would immediately transfer them back, because we needed that money to live. So my thought was, man, if this Beachbody thing could get me $500 a month, guess what? I can save again. I'll be able to put that money in the savings account again for the first time in almost 7 years. So that's why it was important to me. Now, what would achieving this mean for you and your family? Next question. And I remember thinking about this going, you know what would be cool is if we could save $500 a month for a long enough time, we could buy a new house, right? It would be enough to do a bit down payment, and that extra $500 would be enough for us to increase our mortgage to get a bigger house. Because my wife and I have 4 kids, and we didn't when we started. That's the way it works, right? And so we were on top of each other. Those of you guys who've been around using Teamzy for a while probably remember that I used to do these webinars from a shed in my backyard, because we weren't there yet and I didn't have anywhere else to go. And that's the amazing thing about this business, is that you can build a business from a tough shed from Costco in your backyard, which is so amazing. Okay, so I thought to myself, wow, it'd be so cool if we could buy a new house. Next question, why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? And I've got to tell you guys, when I really thought about it, I really didn't think it was that meaningful. I mean, buying a new home, it was kind of shallow. It was materialistic, right? I mean, it wasn't a meaningful goal. So I started thinking about the second half, which was, how does it make you feel? And as I really kind of went in, like, why do I feel like this need to have a new house? And here's what I understood. I was afraid to admit it consciously, but it was happening in the back of my mind. I didn't want to admit it to myself, but I knew it in the back of my mind. It wasn't a new house that I needed. It was the fact that my life, my relationship with my family wasn't healthy. It wasn't that I needed a new house, it's that I needed a better relationship with my, I needed a better life. See, I had these small children that I was missing their growing, I was missing it. I know some of you guys can relate. I was working all the time in a career where I was highly respected, considered successful, but yet we hadn't saved a penny in 6 years. So how great is that? We're not getting anywhere. Working harder is not helping. But I never saw my kids. I mean, I got up in the morning, getting ready to leave for work, and they're getting out of bed, kissing them goodbye, getting home, tucking them in. That was my relationship with my kids. My son Cruz, who was in kindergarten at the time, couldn't remember to call me daddy. He always called me by the name of his kindergarten teacher, which he should, because he spent a lot more time with his kindergarten teacher than he did with me. And it was heartbreaking to think about it that way, you know? And here I am kind of basically stuck in a rut, working as hard as I can, not getting ahead. We were stuck. And I suddenly realized, I kind of had what they call an aha moment here, where I realized, you know what, this Beachbody opportunity, it's more than $500 extra money a month. This is the opportunity I've been waiting for. This is a chance for me to create the life I always wanted. This is a chance, if I can really focus on this and build this business, I can get out of this financial rut we're in. I can be with my children and not miss it. I can be part of their life growing up. We can create the life that we always wanted. You guys need to get to this point to understand that your success in this business is your ticket. And failing in this business, guys, track with me here. Failing in this business is going to keep you where you are or set you back. Failing in this business is going to keep you where you are or set you back. Succeeding in this business is your ticket. So here's what you do. As you start to really think about this, you guys, you're going to write down your why in the last box. See where it says my why? This last box, you're going to create your why statement. Anything you put in this last box will be on your dashboard. Why is it going to be on your dashboard? Because every day when you come in to do your power hour, which you need to do every day, right? It's like drinking your shakes and doing your workouts. You got to do this every day. You're going to read it and you're going to remember why the next 20 minutes matter, because your power and Teamzy is going to take you 20 minutes. When you don't feel like it, you do it anyways. Hey, your entire life's on the line. Failure is not an option. Now, here's one thing I want to give you guys. I'm going to just give you my why. This is the why I wrote just a little over 2 years ago when I went through this the first time. It was to create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family, and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. This was a very simple way I visualized the life that I wanted. Does that make sense? And when I looked at this and I didn't feel like doing it, I did it anyway. Okay? When I was low energy because I was getting over a cold, I did it anyway. Are you with me? When I had a rough day emotionally at work, I did it anyway. I kept 1 hour in the water, just kept things going. Just reached out to people, made their day. You need this, guys. Because yeah, if a tornado hits your house, you might quit your Beachbody business. If you have a major relationship implode, you might quit your Beachbody business. If you have a death in the family, possibly. Terrible sickness, probably. But guess what? The most insidious reason why people quit is that feeling of, I just don't feel like doing anything about it today. And you string 2 or 3 of those days together, and guess what? I'm just going to put my business on the back burner for a while. And you guys just need to know that if you ever hear those words come out of your mouth, I'm going to put my business on the back burner, you're quitting. You need to snap yourself out of it. Get your why together. Charge forward. This opportunity is worth sticking to it. You'll get there. Okay. So I'm going to continue and set that on the dashboard. Last step, it's getting your contacts in. All your contacts into Teamzy, one place, super mega organized. Okay? Some of you guys are using paper, notepads, spiral notebooks, whatever, carrying it around with you. What happens when you don't have the paper with you? What do you write on? Right? Where do you find all those things? You got to get rid of that. That's like using a telegraph machine to communicate with people. Okay, you need to have it in Teamzy. That way it'll be in your phone. It'll be with you everywhere you go. You never have to go looking for it. I know you guys don't go anywhere without your phone. So you'll always have Teamzy with you. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First thing we'll do is we'll go to the Coach Online office. We're gonna get your coaches, your downline report. Okay, there's a video here to show you how to do it. It's super easy. You're gonna get your downline report, get that in first, right? I recommend you just do personally sponsored coaches to start, okay? And then you're gonna get your customer list, your entire customer list, and import that in, okay? Next, you'll get your Facebook list, which is awesome. You get all your Facebook friends in, so you're not going through Messenger trying to figure out who to connect with. It'll be in Teamzy. Teamzy will lead you. See, I'm gonna show you in a second. Teamzy is gonna actually tell you who to connect with every day. You don't have to even think about it. You never have to plan your power hour, ever. You set this up once and you just turn it on every day and just do what it tells you. And the next thing you know, you're overwhelmed with business. It's so cool. Okay. And then anywhere else you have data, you know, if you're using another CRM or another system, or you've got stuff wherever, you can get it in as a CSV file. There's a video there. And there's even more in the FAQs. Okay. So when you want to go to the FAQs, you just click on the university tab in Teamzy. All right. So let's just do this really quick. In fact, let me just do an import. Let's see here. I've got a Facebook download that I recently did. Are you guys like me where your downloads is like 70 million files? All right, so here's a Facebook archive I already requested from Facebook. It brings it in. I can toggle advanced import options if I want to tag them. I like to tag them Facebook friends. You don't have to do that. Okay, continue. Now watch how fast it goes. Okay, it's already got the mapping done because Teamzy knows it's Facebook. You can see it's just bringing those people in, creating them. Now, as it creates them, I'll talk about the next step. The last step of setup is ranking people. We use a really simple ranking system in Teamzy. It's a 5-star ranking system. Just like you guys rank a Netflix, a Yelp, whatever, everything's that way, right? 5 stars is awesome, 1 star is not so awesome. Okay, there's an important reason why we rank people. Okay, there's a couple of principles. The first principle is this: with relationship marketing, you should spend more time with the best people. More time with the best people. Okay, more time with the best people. This is not communism. We are going to spend time with the people we like and the people who are most likely to help our business grow the most time. We're going to spend a little bit of time with everybody. And that's the cool thing about having this system, is that you will touch everybody a few times a year, but some people will talk to more often. Why is that? Because Or why do we do this? Because you have to prioritize your relationships first if you ever want to prioritize your time. You have to prioritize your relationships first, or you can't prioritize your time. Because otherwise, what happens? The turkeys in your life steal the time, right? Turkeys steal the time. The squeaky wheel gets all the grease. No, not in this system, not in relationship marketing. We prioritize people first. When our priorities are clear, our decisions are easy. Make sense? Okay, so here's how we do it. It's very, very simple, okay? And people get overwhelmed by this. It's so easy. Okay, let's go through what these rankings mean. A 5-star person is someone most likely to become a customer or a coach. Simple, right? Or there's somebody that's already a customer or coach that's a rock star. They're just like the rock stars in your team. 5 stars, the best. 4 stars, this is somebody likely to become a customer or coach with a little bit of nurturing. Okay, or they're the consistent performers on the team. Now, a 5-star person, they're going to show up on your up next list every 30 days. Again, your up next list is just to connect, start a conversation, make their day. Okay, we're going to talk about follow-up separately. 4-star people are going to come up on your up next list every 60 days. Okay, every 60 days. Now, 3-star people, these are people who kind of could go either way. In fact, everybody starts as a 3-star because you don't know which way they're going to go. Okay, and those people are going to show up every 90 days on your up next list. Then 2 stars getting a little colder, they're going to show up on your up next list every 120 days. So everybody that's a 2-star or above, you're going to connect with at least 4 times a year. And every time you connect, you're going to increase the likelihood that you're going to warm up that relationship. You're going to warm up that person. You're going to continue to be their trusted advisor and serve them. And as you continue to connect with people over and over and over, they become members of your team, your customers, and your advocates. Such a beautiful system. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this real quick. So I'm going to click that to the rank. It's going to bring you into your team page. See on your left nav, your team page is where your whole team lives. Your team is everybody. Your prospects, your customers, and your coaches, they're all your team. They're all your team. And then you can drill into each list by clicking here, prospects, customers, coaches. So when you jump on this page, you can see they're all highlighted. It's in rank mode right here, which means I can scroll down this page. And if I want to make somebody a 5, I just click 5. If I want to make them a 2, I click 2, okay? Now, the best thing you could do is go through your whole list, read the names, and rank them just according to your gut. Oh, they're a 5, they're a 4, they're a 3, whatever. If you have thousands of people and that's overwhelming to you, what I want you to do is just scroll the list and look for people that you consider to be 4s and 5s and promote them so that you have some priority set as you start. Make sense? Okay. Once you're done with that, you don't have to save it or anything, it auto saves. I'm going to navigate back to the dashboard, and now we are ready to crush our power hour because we're all set up. You ready? You guys ready? Okay. I'll show you around the dashboard really quick before I do it. Here's your ranks. As you rank up, you change these. Okay, great. Sorry, it only has 1 15-star for you guys that are like triple 15 stars. You only get to claim one of them. I'm just teasing. Okay, we got our dashboard here, our team here. We talked about that. That's where your whole team lives, right? Your business page is like stats and things about your business. Universities where you're going to go for help. Here's my why. We talked about that. Go back to the dashboard. Your settings are up here. Okay, you've also got feedback, which will take you to the online community where you can talk to other users about things that are going on. You can search people. You can just look them up. If they're not on your dashboard, just look them up here. They'll come up. You meet somebody new after you've done all your imports, which you're supposed to be adding 3 people a day. You add them by clicking this. Okay, you just add them right into your list as you go, as you meet people on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Just add them in. Okay, so now let's look at today's activities. These are the goals we set. These are daily goals. Why do we focus on daily goals? Because it's this principle, you guys. You have to focus on, you have to keep your focus small to grow your business big. You have to keep your focus small to grow your business big. Does that make sense? It's just like nutrition and exercise. You got to focus on what you can do today. Okay, so our goal is 10 prospects today, 6 customers today, 4 coaches today. Invite 3 and add 3. With me? Those are the goals. That's what we're going to do today. I've also got these daily things, which are cool. This is just some accountability. Did you post on social today? Yeah. Did you do PD today? Awesome. Did you drink your Shakeology? Awesome. Do your workout? Yeah. Okay. People are like, why do you have those? Because some days it's going to annoy you that you haven't done your workout and you're going to go, I should probably go do my workout so I can check that off. And will that be helpful for you? Yeah, it will. Okay. Next, who's up next? This box right here, I'm tracing it with my cursor, is the magic. This is the engine room. This is the thing that makes Teamzy special. There's nothing like this. There's no system this simple or elegant in the world to help you connect and follow up seamlessly. You guys ready? Okay, so I'm gonna take you through how to do your power hour. So this is really simple, okay? I know some of you guys are from like countries where you read right to left. We're going from left to right, okay? We're gonna do our connect with prospects first, then customers, then coaches. See, each one of these is a new list. And then we'll do our follow-ups, okay? Prospects, customers, coaches, follow-ups. Okay, great. All right, before I do this, let me just do one thing so I can make sure that everything's totally ready for you guys. Okay, great, now we're ready. Let me go back in here. Wait, where'd you guys go? I lost you. There you are. I see people asking, are we recording this? This is being recorded, yes. All right, here we go. So now the first person on my list is Jay, and we're gonna connect with Jay. Here's what I recommend you guys. Don't second guess the list, just connect with people. It's super easy. Now, I'm a huge fan of Facebook Messenger. In fact, 99% of my communication is through Facebook Messenger. I just find it incredibly efficient and convenient. And I meet a lot of people on Facebook too. So that's what I'm gonna use. So this is super easy. If you're sending somebody a message, it really takes very little effort to do that, okay? But as I'm connecting with Jay, my first thought is, what do I say to her? And I don't want you guys spending all day long trying to come up with the perfect messaging, right? And I also don't want you sending some weird salesy script that's just a cold invite that people are gonna reject, right? I just wanna say something. My goal here is to connect. It's to make Jay's day and hopefully start a conversation. That's my goal. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on scripts over here on the right, just to get some ideas, things I can say. What kind of script? It's gonna be Facebook, okay, great. So look, here's some scripts. There's 3 connects I can use. Here's the first one, which is, hi Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. Guys, this seems so simple, but I have personally used this script word for word like 3,000 times. It's so effective. There's a couple other ones. This one's a good one here. It's been a while since I checked in with you. How are you? Hope all's going great. Or, hi Jane, I saw you across my Facebook feed. Thought I'd say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Just very simple. Now what I'm gonna do is, let me grab this one. See where it says copy script? I'm gonna copy that. It jumps onto my clipboard on my computer. Okay, same thing on your phone. You can copy it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna jump over to Facebook and I'm gonna just send Jay a message. Hold on a second, let me just get rid of that. You guys don't wanna see that stuff, okay. So we're gonna send Jay a message, great. There she is. Oh, click the wrong button. There we go. All right, so that message is still in my clipboard. I can just paste it, okay? And I'm gonna change the name to Jay. Hi Jay, saw you across my Facebook feed, thought I'd say hello. Hey look, she sent me the same message. Okay, so there's a setup here. Jay works for Teamzy, so we message each other this all day long. Okay, but I sent the message, right? So that message is now out there. Now what I'm gonna do is, because I'm lazy and I wanna be efficient and not have to type notes in Teamzy as I record this and track it, I just copy it. I find it super fast to do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna actually, now that I've messaged her, I followed the instructions, said message Jay, now I've messaged her, I pasted it in there because now I'm going to track it. It was a Facebook message. Now watch what happens when I log this connect. Jay's off my list. My list has moved up. Notice I have a 1 on the scoreboard now. Pretty cool, right? And this little blue circle has started filling in. So the next person I'm gonna message is Carla. Guys, don't overthink this. Guess what message I'm gonna send Carla? The same one. I'm just gonna paste it in again, change the name. And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna paste it in and change the name. I'm gonna do Lisa, then I'm gonna do Kelly, and I'm gonna do Sue until I get to 10. Are you guys with me? How quickly do you think you could send that message 10 times, changing the name and logging it in Teamzy? 10 minutes, maybe, if you're distracted. You have 4 kids running around you like I do, and probably you do too. All right, so great. So when we're all done with prospects and we've gone down the list, we've messaged everybody. Again, you can get those scripts right here under scripts, okay? You can create your own scripts too, by the way. Click new script, you can write your own script and save it in there so it's there handy for you anytime. When I'm all done with my prospects and this says 10, I'm going to now move over to customers. I'm going to start connecting with my customers the same way. Now check this out. I can click scripts now and they're customer scripts. They're slightly different, right? So look, here's a good one. Hi, John, how are your workouts coming along? Are you drinking your water and shakes? Please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Simple check-in, right, with a customer. This is so key, you guys. This is so key. And I've talked to so many Beachbody coaches, especially the top coaches who have thousands of customers that they don't stay in touch with. Right? I'm speaking to some of you guys right now. Your customers are your gold mine. I did a training. It's actually in the university. It's called How to Hit SC Every Month. Okay? Because if you realize that a current customer is the best source for a new lead, then you will never fail to hit SC. Being an SC legend is not that difficult. It's not. If you've had one customer use these products and enjoy them and get results, then you should have no problems ever hitting SC ever again. Okay? You just have to understand that your current customer is the best source for a new lead. It's better than any training I can do, any Chalene Johnson course. There's nothing better than a current customer. And this is true in any business, guys, because those people are already walking around a walking, talking billboard for these products. They're talking to everyone about it. Okay, they're in the work kitchen making a Shakeology while other people are crushing Krispy Kremes. They've got their little containers. People going, what are you doing? You look amazing. What are you doing? And they're talking about it. So the question is, why are all those people they're talking to not already on your team, not already customers of yours? It's probably because you're not in touch with your customers. You need to be in regular contact with them, right? And you need to be connecting with them and making sure they're introducing you to the people they're talking to. Okay, by the way, somebody who's talking to people is a perfect candidate to be a coach on your team, right? And besides that, guys, you're their coach. They need to hear from you. How many of you guys get that email every fall from Beachbody that says how many average months people stayed on Shakeology and you're depressed because you want it to be longer? Yeah, you got to be in touch with people. You got to stay in touch. You got to educate, continually serve them. Okay, Teamzy will make it easy. When they come up, you message them. When they come up, you message them. That's it. You'll start some conversations and other people will just think you're the bomb. Well, they're all going to think you're the bomb. So now we're going to connect with Mike, George, Deanna, Lindsay. We're going to go right down the list until we get to 6 customers. We're going to just keep churning through our customers every day, connecting with them, making their day. With me? When we're done with that, now we're going to connect with coaches on our team. Now my goal is to connect with 4 coaches on my team, which is great. Some of you guys are brand new. You don't have any coaches on your team. Great. Set it to 0 and put that number on prospects. Okay? And change it as you grow your team. But when you get to like 20,000 coaches on your team, you're going to be glad you have a way to stay in touch with them easily. All right. So now we're going to go connect with our coaches. We're going to make their day just the same. We're going to be available to them just the same. Okay? It's called Teamzy for a reason. It's about your team. And I'm here to tell you guys, some of you guys need this checkup from the neck up, and I do it with love. But having a Facebook page for your team is great, but it's not a relationship. Doing a Zoom call is great, but it's not a relationship. They need to hear from you one-on-one. Okay? They need to hear from you one-on-one. So prospects, customers, coaches. In this example, we had 20 people to connect with. You probably got that done in about 15 minutes. Now we're going to move to our 4th list, which is follow-ups. Okay, so what's cool is we've been just connecting with people. Our goal was not to recruit or to sell. Our goal was to make their day. Our goal was to make their day and start a conversation. And what do we do in those conversations? In those conversations, we are forming and we're trying to find ways to help them. Now, if you can help them with these products or with this business opportunity, that's where we're going to do an invite. But if you can't yet, that's fine. How can you help them? Do they need a new dentist? Can you refer one? Do they need a laugh because they're having a rough day? Do they need someone to pray with because they have a sick child? Whatever you can do to help them, that's your goal. Because remember, when you're investing in relationships first, your business takes care of itself. Okay? So let me give you an example. So I'm messaging people, starting conversations. We messaged Jay, right? So let's say Jay messages me back and we have a great conversation. We're catching up, we're talking. She's asking me like, how's that Beachbody thing going? Oh my gosh, I've been watching your posts. I really need to get involved. I need to get some things going. It's like, great. I tell you what, Jay, let's jump on the phone and and talk a little bit about your goals, and I'll see what I can do for you. She's great. So we get on the phone, we talk, you know, I'm asking questions, I'm writing down her answers, and finding out what her goals are. And then, you know, at the end of it, we're like, hey, you know what, let's start with 21 Day Fix. And we'll start with that. It's got the nutrition dialed in, it's got the Shakeology, it's got the easy workout so you can fit it in your schedule. Let's start there and see where it goes. She's like, okay, I'm super excited. Great. Here's what I'm going to do, Jay. I'm going to send you an email right now that has all the info on the next challenge group, all the info on 21 Day Fix and Shakeology. And in that email, we'll have the link you need to use to buy your challenge pack. You guys with me? Okay, so this is how we take a connect and turn it into an invite. We had the conversation first. She needs help. She's interested. Now I'm going to follow up and invite her to get a challenge pack and join my next group. Are you guys with me? So now check this out. Here's how we do it in Teamzy. After I've had this conversation, I'm going to look Jay up in my lookup bar. This is going to bring me to her record because she's not on my dashboard anymore, right? And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to log that I sent her an invite. An invite is a connect, by the way. And on the team page, when you're on someone's record, you do that by clicking the blue connect button, opens the box for you. Now I want you to notice this little button right here that says invite. See that? I'm going to check that because this is not just a regular connect. This is an invite connect. Okay, and what type? Challenge group. Great. And I'm just going to put on here 21 Day Fix. That's an F. Okay. Great. And that was via email. Great. All right, so I'm just logging everything up. Now, one thing before I send this, before I log this, I need to set a follow-up with her, okay? Now, when I emailed Jay the information, I said, I'll check in with you tomorrow, see if you have any questions. She said, great. So I need to set that follow-up for tomorrow. Right now, it's set for default, which is 30 days. That's not gonna cut it. So I'm gonna click that, drop it down, and set it for tomorrow, right? You have a bunch of choices, or you can just do a custom date. I'm gonna do tomorrow. And then when I log this, now you can see under her record where it says follow-up, it's set. The follow-up is set. I cannot drop her through the cracks. Okay, can't drop her through the cracks. Now check this out. Go back to my dashboard. So tomorrow when I'm doing my power hour and I connect with my prospects, then my customers, my coaches, and I come to my follow-ups list, I'm working my follow-ups list and there's Jay. She's on my list. And when I get to her on my list, I'm gonna follow up with her. Okay, so this is the important part, guys. You've heard that the fortune's in the follow-up, right? This is the important part. Did you guys know that 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up? Have you guys heard that before? 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. How many of you guys follow up 10 times? Probably as quiet in your room as it is in mine, right? Very few people do. Have you guys heard the thing, the whole idea that 20% of people get all the sales? That's because they're the ones that follow up. And if you're following up 5 times, you're still missing out on the vast majority because it happens between 7 and 10. Okay, now here's the thing I'm going to show you guys. First of all, I'm going to show you following up with Teamzy is going to take you 2 seconds. So easy. But the other thing is, I'm going to teach you guys how to follow up 10 times without being annoying. Because I know that's why you're not doing it. You don't want to be annoying, right? Or at least that's what you tell yourself. I'm going to teach you how to do it without being annoying. People are going to thank you for following up so many times. They're going to be excited about it, okay? So first of all, I'm going to show you how to do it in Teamzy where you can literally do it without thinking. But I'm going to give you the principles, 2 principles that you need to know so that your follow-ups are not annoying. If you are doing these 2 things I'm going to tell you not to do, then you are being annoying, even if it's once. Are you ready? So here are the 2 principles. When you follow up, number 1, never ask them to do anything. Don't ask them to call you back. Don't ask them to message you back. Don't ask them to go ahead and complete their purchase. Don't ask them to do anything in a follow-up because that's annoying. I'm just going to give you an example. Debbie, it's Eric. Call me back, please. I have a question. Thanks. Debbie, isn't that annoying when you get that message? Yeah, it is. It is annoying. Okay, so don't do it. A follow-up is not the place where you ask a question or give an action step. A follow-up is just a follow-up, and I'm going to explain why in a second. So don't ask them to do anything in the follow-up. It's just a reminder of the conversation that you already had with them. The second principle for never being annoying in a follow-up is this. Your follow-up should always be done via message, like a text or a Facebook message, readable. It's because that's the easiest way for them. And your message needs to be short enough they can read it on their screen, on their notification screen without opening the message. Short enough so they can read it without opening the message. Why? Because they don't want you to know they opened it yet, because they're not going to respond yet. Okay? How many of you guys are like that? You're like, it's too long, I have to open it now. Absolutely, they're like that too. Now, let me explain what's happening here. Why is it that 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up? It's because our subconscious mind runs the show. Do you guys know that? 80% of our actions come from our subconscious mind. You guys know this. And what is our brain like more than anything? To keep us safe, right? Stable, safe. And then here you come with this amazing opportunity. Oh, it's going to be so awesome. We're going to do this program. You're going to lose weight. Yeah, it's a little more, it's $150. It's okay. It's going to be worth it. You're going to get great results, And then what's cool is, it's just great business opportunity. You can build unlimited income. It's going to be so awesome. People are like, oh, it's so excited. What is their subconscious mind doing while they're excited? Oh, no. No, that's risky. That's scary. That is not safe. We are not doing that. We are not doing that. So what happens when your subconscious mind has decided you're not doing that? You're not doing that. This is why follow-ups are so important, you guys, because guess what? If you do the follow-ups right, what your follow-up will do is it's going to reprogram the subconscious mind of that person to be ready and willing to accept the change. That's why follow-ups work. It's not because you beat them into submission. It's because you have to get their subconscious mind around the change before they can start it. I know some of you guys are like, I can't wait to teach this to my teams. And I hope you will. I hope you will. I didn't make this stuff up. This stuff comes from all the wise guys who've built all this stuff over the decades. Okay? So here's what we do. Remember, we don't ask them to do anything, and we keep it short and sweet. And we understand that people aren't going to respond to our first 5 or even 6 follow-ups. They probably won't respond at all. Most people won't. And most coaches will quit. They're like, they're not interested. They are interested. This is human psychology. You don't need to take this personally. This is the process. And here's what one thing I want you guys to show. I'm going to show you how to do this in Teamzy right now, but I want you to get your head around this. The only way these people, and I know a lot of you guys have a true heart and passion to help people. The only way you're going to help them make a life-changing change in their health and fitness or their business opportunity is through your following up. That's the only way they're going to get there. And so you need to understand that if you love people, if you're in this business because you love people and you want to help them change their lives, the only way to do that is following up, which makes following up an act of love. Following up is an act of love. Write that on a little sticky note, put it on your computer so you don't forget it. Following up is an act of love. Okay? Not following up, I gotta hit you between the eyes with this, okay? I know you've already gone there. Not following up is communicating this. I just don't care about you. Sorry. I thought the $30 commission would be great if you were interested, but you're not, so I don't care about you. Next. Do you guys feel that way? If you don't feel that way, you need to stop communicating that. You need to start communicating your love, which is through following up. Now, let me show you how to do it in Teamzy. So easy, guys. Literally, you did more thinking in the last 3 minutes than you'll ever do doing follow-ups in Teamzy. It's going to be so easy. You ready? Here we go. So now I'm on my follow-ups list, and I'm going to go follow up with Jay. Now, when we launched Teamzy 18 months ago to the Beachbody Network, we didn't have scripts. You guys had to figure this out as you went, but it's all in here now because these were all suggestions from coaches to make it easy. Now I'm going to go to my scripts. Now I'm on follow-ups. Look at this, follow-up number 1. Just copy and paste these, you guys. Don't think, guess what? I put 10 in here for you. I wrote you 10. 10 scripts that I've used that work. You can reword them a little bit to make them sound like you, but there's 10 in here. You just copy and paste them. And you can teach your team to do the same. You could take the shyest, most introverted coach in the world and they can follow up 10 times and really love people. So here's the first one. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Short and sweet. I'm going to copy that script, Okay, I'm gonna jump over to Facebook. I'm gonna message that to Jay. Okay, change the name. Where am I? Just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay, great. So I'm gonna copy and paste it because I'm too lazy to retype it and it's faster. Okay. And I wanna, because you have to track what you're doing, right? So that was Facebook message. And so, but make sure you guys, please pay attention to this part. Put down Facebook for a second. Make sure you set the next follow-up. She has to stay on my follow-up list. Can't let her escape it. She has to stay on it. So I have to keep setting my next follow-up. So I'm following up with her again tomorrow. I'm gonna log that connect. And then tomorrow she's on my list again. I do my power hour, prospects, customers, coaches. When I get to my follow-ups list, I work down my list. I get to J. If you don't remember where you're at with somebody, you just click right here on activity and it will show you your last message. Okay, I followed up with her once, great. Go back to connect, go to scripts, Facebook, follow-up number 2. Follow-up number 2, there you go, I had to click it. Hi Jane, just make sure you got my email and check in to see if you have any questions. Send. Do you guys see every one of these follow-ups is short, it's sweet, it's happy, it's friendly, it's loving. I'm trying to communicate to Jay. I'm trying to reconnect her to that hope and excitement that she experienced when we talked about the program the first time. That's all I'm doing. For a split second every day, I want her to get a message from me. I want her to smile when she sees it. I want her to feel that I care for her when she reads it. And guess what happens? The brain is an amazing thing. The brain experiences a pleasant emotion when seeing a message from me and remembers that. Remember, yesterday I was scary. I was change. I was work. I was the opposite of safety. Today, I'm a pleasant emotion for a split second. Guess what? Guys, there's psychology behind this, okay? Just like you use child psychology to love your children, you're going to use psychology to love your customers and your prospects. You with me? Okay, great. So I'm going to send her number 2. Day 3, I'm going to send her number 3. Hi, Jane. I'm excited about the goals we discussed. Can't wait to get started. Day 4, I'm going to send her number 4. Hi, Jane. Just staying in touch so I can help you achieve your goals. Now, why are these like this? Because she probably has not responded, but that doesn't mean she didn't get them. That doesn't mean that she didn't smile. It doesn't mean that she didn't mean to or intend to respond, but her subconscious took over and said, you can respond to him later, but the baby just spit up. Or you can respond to him later, but I'm pretty sure the dog is chewing on the screen door. Isn't this our life? Okay, I know I'm kind of going deep on this, but this is important. You guys need to understand this stuff. Number 5 is where typically you might get a response. Hi, Jane, hope you're doing well. I'm here when you're ready. And they're like, okay, great. You've been so awesome. Thank you for staying in touch with me. Okay, now do you need to follow up every single day? No, use your own discernment, but I do think you should go 3 days in a row to start. And then you could go every other day or whatever. You could back it off depending on how you feel, okay? But again, just keep following up, keep following up, keep following up, keep following up. Now, as I follow up with Jay, 2 things are going to happen. She might tell me she's not ready yet. She's not interested right now. She's not ready yet. Great. So I could take her off my follow-ups list. I could put her back in Teamzy, just let her fall back into Teamzy, and she's going to show up on my dashboard again down the road in a month or so. And I'll just connect with her again then. Or I'm going to go into the coach office and see that she signed up. You with me? Okay. So let's just assume that she did that. I go into coach office and I see that she signed up. And of course she bought her challenge pack as a coach because I always presented that, and I'm sure you guys do too, as the best deal, right? So let's look her up. Here's how you finish her off in the system when she's joined your team as a coach, even if she's just a discount coach. So good. So I look her up. First thing I'm gonna do is log my sale that she bought a challenge pack, okay? No, I don't need to put it, I don't log how much it was or what the commission was or what the volume is. That's all in the back office. All I want to know is that she bought a challenge pack. Why? Because I want Teamzy to know that all of those follow-ups and those connects, that they led to a sale. So it can calculate how I'm doing. Over time, I'm going to look at those ratios, my connect to sale ratios, to see how I'm doing. Okay? If I'm taking a lot of connects to get a sale, I might need work. I might need to work on how I form. I might need to work on conversation skills and dialogues. And that's where I can reach out to people on my team or my upline to really hone those skills. You guys with me? Okay, next thing I want to do is move her. She's a prospect. I want to move her to my team by clicking coach. Okay, that's it. She's already moved to the coach category now, and I'll put in personally sponsored coach. Okay, So now I've taken GA all the way through the process of connecting as a prospect, having a conversation with her, inviting her to learn more about the business, following up on that invite like a pro until she converts, and then moving her to my team. Next time I connect with Jay, she'll be in this category, on the coaches category. Okay? All right, so that's how you do it, guys. And I know I only showed you like this much at Teamzy, but that's the important stuff. If you guys do what I showed you just now daily, your business is going to explode. Just talk to somebody you know who's already doing it on Teamzy. They're going to tell you that. Now, I got a couple action steps for you before I answer questions, okay? You guys with me? Get your pens and paper out. I got a couple action steps for you. Obviously, your first one is get in a free trial if you're not already in a free trial. Get in a free trial, okay? It's a no-brainer. It's free. We don't do any of those things where it's like, you get a free trial this week. We always give the free trial. We always give it free. We don't ask for your credit card. We just want you to enjoy it. Okay, so get in the free trial. Second action step. You need to get a success partner to do the trial with you. Okay? So get somebody, if you don't have a success partner, choose somebody on your team, somebody on the sideline, somebody that's like you, that has that same ambition as you, that's going to work hard to be your success partner, and say, will you do this Teamzy thing with me for 30 days? Okay? And here's what I want you to do together. You're going to hold each other accountable. Okay? So every day when you complete your actions, you're going to take a screen grab of today's activities when it's done. And you guys know when you get it done, it gives you this little 100% you crushed it message. Yeah, I love seeing that. So you're going to screenshot that and you're going to text it or message it to your partner every day. Okay? You did your 20 minutes for your business today. Boom, send that over to them. And what'll happen is there'll be days where you can't get to it or whatever, it's crazy busy, and you'll get that message from your partner and it's going to piss you off. And you're going to have to go do it, right? That's the way we're designed, which is cool, because you'll get it done and you'll build that momentum in your business. Okay? The cool thing is too, is this is a mobile website as well. So once you get it set up on your desktop, you can take it with you on your phone. You just log into it through Safari or Chrome on your phone, and you can do everything on your phone. So when you're out and about doing things, you can get it done. Okay? You can do it in bed with your phone. I've done it many times. Last thing, I want to also give you a 5-day challenge. Here's the 5-day challenge, okay? It's kind of like your 3-day refresh before your ultimate reset. For 5 days in a row, 5 days in a row, every day for 5 days. How many ways can I say it so you understand what I mean? I want you to connect with at least 20 people a day for 5 days. At least 20 people a day for 5 straight days. That's 100 people after 5 days, at least. And it could be any combo of prospects, customers, and coaches. I don't care. I just want you to feel the momentum that's created just by doing this a few days in a row. You'll see. Okay, so who's up for the 5-day challenge at least? Okay, go get your success partners. Now, those of you guys who lead teams, you need to get your team paired up doing this challenge. Okay, it's free for them, and you're going to see a tremendous increase in volume and production. One other thing I want to tell you too, if you guys lead a team that's sizable and you want us to do a private Zoom training for your team, as long as you can bring 25 coaches to the call, so maybe you get together with other teams too, we'll set those up for you. We've done tons of them. We've trained some of the top teams in Beachbody. We'd be happy to do it for your team too. So just message support@teamzy.com if you guys want to set one of those up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead now and jump into the Q&A. I got a couple questions in there. If you guys have more questions, load them up. Okay. I've been talking for how long? Lost my voice. Larissa says, I've been trying to run a Teamzy accountability group with my coaches this month where they get the trial and work it together. Most of them message me saying they've been waiting on the email for their contact lists. Is there a certain way or trick they might be missing that's making it take so long to get their list, or make it hide somewhere? Do you deal with a lot of people having trouble getting their lists? Larissa, I'm guessing that this is Facebook that you're talking about, right? Okay, so if it's the Facebook list, that's, okay, there's a couple things happening. Hold on a second, I just need a lozenge. First of all, if they don't get their list within 20 minutes and they can't find it in their spam or junk folders, have them message Teamzy, support@teamzy.com to get help, because it shouldn't take more than 20 or 30 minutes to get your list from Facebook ever. Okay? So there's your answer to that. But I'm going to give you the troubleshooting steps that we would take them through. The first is Gmail accounts work great. Like they never go to spam. So if you're using like a Yahoo account or an AOL account or some other MSN account, use your Gmail to get your Facebook. So go into Facebook and change your primary email address to your Gmail and request your archive again, and you'll get those emails right away. Okay, that's my first advice. Otherwise, just look in your spam folders and you'll probably find them in there. Okay. A lot of people have an email address associated with their Facebook account that they don't even own anymore. So those emails are going to who knows where. Okay. So there's the reason I think that will answer you, but basically just have them connect with us because we'll get it the same day. Okay, we'll get it the same day. That's just an excuse. We need to get that out of the way. Monique Johnson says, oh, are we cousins? I think we're cousins. Could be. I'm 16th generation Johnson in this country, so we probably are cousins. I'm having a super hard time figuring out how to import my contacts from my Samsung Note 4. Okay, Monique. The problem with Android is that there's 10 million devices and they're all slightly different. But here's what I would do. The first thing that I would do if you and I were one-on-one with the phone is I would Google how to export my contacts from my Samsung Note 4. Have you tried that? And I'm not trying to be patronizing to you. I'm just asking you, have you tried that step? Google it and see if you can find the steps. And you want to get those contacts into a CSV file, okay? So you can say how to export contacts from Samsung Note 4 to CSV and see what results you get. Okay, that's the first thing that our customer service team will do to help you is Google that, because we don't have a copy of every single phone. So we don't know, the instructions are slightly different with each one. Okay, hope that helped. Amanda says, both my husband and I are coaches. Will we need to both pay for Teamzy accounts, or is there an option for us to add additional accounts? This would also come into effect as we open additional business centers with Beachbody. Okay, great question, Amanda. Can you buy multiple accounts of Teamzy? My partners would say, tell me to encourage you to do that. However, you don't need to do that. One account's fine. Now, here's what you can, one of the cool things about Teamzy is that you can add tags to people. Right, I'll show you how to do it real quick. All right, so let's just pretend, Amanda, that your husband's name is Eric. So let's say Jenny is Eric's contact, not yours. I can just tag her. See these tags? I can just put Eric's. Okay. And then let's say George Michael, rest in peace, is yours. Hold on, I gotta have the apostrophe. Okay, so I can tag that one Amanda's. Maybe Michelle is Second Business Center, I don't know. Okay, great. So you can tag these things. Now check this out. When I'm on team, by the way, when you're adding a contact, when you add somebody in, let me show you how quick this is. Amanda, you're gonna have to friend me so that you're actually in my Teamzy for a good reason. I can add the tags right then. Okay, what I hit the wrong button. Okay, so maybe you're second biz center. All right, so now check this out. I'm on my team page, right? And here's all my tags. Okay, so I've got different tags, but here's like the second business center tag that I just did. If I click that, now I have everyone on that list. It gives me that whole list, which is kind of cool, right? I click Amanda's, I'd have all your customers. But as you guys are working the dashboard as a team, you may go through and go, okay, well, I'm going to connect with Carla and I'm gonna look to see who she is, right? Before I connect. Now, here's what I recommend you do. You ready? Kind of sneaky, but you could do this. My wife and I were both Beachbody coaches too. And so we did, even though we had two business centers, we did everything as Coach Eric and Lisa. I don't know if you guys do it that way, but we did everything as Coach Eric and Lisa. So whether it was running through one or the other, and depending on what links we shared, you know, were strategic, but everybody was getting us, the couple. And so our messages were from Eric and Lisa. So either one of us could do this. Either one of us could send the messages, you know, Eric and Lisa, Eric and Lisa. So you could do it that way for a lot of stuff, but also like you could also be doing his messages. You could be logged in his Facebook and sending messages for him. and then tell him he needs to keep the conversations going himself type thing. There's different ways you can work this, you guys, okay? You gotta be creative, but the tags will help you only use one account, help you keep organized and grouped as you go. Does that make sense? You're gonna also use the tags to organize your challenge groups and your free groups and all that. You're gonna use tags so that you can stay in touch with those groups as you're rocking, as opposed to just your general churn through your Teamzy list. Make sense? Okay, hold on, I got some more questions. I created some questions. Will this call be recorded? Yes. And you guys are gonna get this link emailed, but I will put it up on the Teamzy Facebook tonight so you can grab it. I really do want you guys to share the link. Send it to your team, tell everybody you loved it, get them to watch it. We wanna help as many people as we can, okay? And if you guys are going to Summit and you see me cruising around, I'll be wearing a Teamzy shirt all the time, come say hi. That's why we're there. We're there to meet you guys. Okay. Amanda, haha, thanks. Okay, I'm not trying to cause any trouble with your husband by naming him Eric. I just have no idea his name. All right, hope that was helpful to you guys. Thank you for coming tonight. Appreciate you showing up. I hope this was something that will bring some value to your business. That's why we're here. If you need any help with at any step of the way, just there's a little purple help button in the bottom right-hand corner of Teamzy. You just click that and send us a message and somebody will get back to you right away. Tell your team the same thing. Nobody should be stuck, like I didn't get my list or I can't do it or whatever. Like we'll help you right away. We're always there, okay? So thank you guys so much for coming. Have an awesome night. God bless.